This is my Palomino walking horse, Colt. He's 2 years old. This is Ed's Cup of Joe. And doing some groundwork with him. And I'm gonna do some roping with him. He needs a lot of gentling and desensitizing. Not desensitizing so much as just gentling. And let him know that this kind of stuff's nothing to worry about. So I'm gonna rope him. And this is just throwing the rope at him, and I'm gonna do another stage too. I'll show later in the video that I always give credit where credit is due. It's something I got from Pat Puckett and watching his videos, and it's where he ties up the horse and ropes it. So, but I'm just gonna do this. Just gonna move him away. See if he's gotten a lot better with this kind of stuff. He's not even reacting as much. See, so, but so here we go. Come on, bud. I just want him to. I don't want him to take off like he robbed a bank, you know. And this is nice here. This is just, that was a nice leisurely kind of take off there. And if you can see what I'm doing here is I'm just banging this stuff, the ropes on my legs here, okay? And now I'm just gonna pitch it at him, but at first I'm just gonna do this, and when he comes in like that, see, he wants to come in. Good boy, tell him that's good. Show him that there's a remedy to this. It's not, the point is just not to be scared and chased around. So I'm just gonna pitch it, he'll run. See, but he's gotten a lot better. When I first did this, he was kicking at it, and which is normal, but pretty frightened, and kind of even like a little bit in fight mode a little bit. So now he's still a stud. Like I said, he's 2, and I'm gonna have him gelded here shortly, trying to get vets in here. So, and just jiggle this stuff around, you know, try to get him, just because I'm not really saying anything right now. I'm just kind of moving kind of goofily. My body language is not saying fast, anything. It's just slow. I'm trying to keep him in frame here, but see, now you saw he just took off there just a little bit. That's a helicopter coming over. So see, I mean, when you kind of stack stresses, good boy. Sometimes when you stack stresses, they can have a little, their response will be amplified. You know, I had somebody put a comment in and said, what do you do when your horse explodes? Like, the idea is to work through stuff with them. So in the process that what I call is controlled stress, as you work through this guy, like this thing. This is controlled. I'm seeing what this horse can do. He can't really hurt himself in here, and you know, he can't run away from me. He runs, but I stay with him in his mind, because in the round pen, he can never get away from me. I match his speed and everything because I'm in the center. Fortunately, they don't know how to figure out geometry. So, but see, that's a lot better. And this is just kind of goofy things you do. Like Pat Puckett says, you can't rope them too much. They just get, you know, but you don't want them to be dead either. Like I've seen some people, you know, I guess desensitize, it's almost dulling them down to every crazy thing. But I think that what that does is it just they do get dull, and they learn how to just not respond and kind of check out, and that's the danger. So I don't want him checking out. I like how he keeps coming in here. This is something that this horse did. If you watch his earlier video, you'll hear me talking about how he checked out, and he's not doing it right now, but he checked out like where, I say it's like where they pretend that they're not there. Okay, like they pretend I'm not there, I'm not here, I'm not here, I'm not here, just to get away from the stress or whatever. And the problem is if you read it incorrectly, they look calm. And you think, oh, it's really getting somewhere. But in reality, they've checked out and they're not doing anything. And when it gets bad enough, they will blow. And so, like him coming in, good boy. Boy, I like that. Come on, good. See, we got Cody back there on the tractor. This is all added, stress stuff. It's got a really nice canter. The horses out of Trip have really nice canters, and he's really nicely gaited too. Good boy, good boy, good boy. I'm going to approach him with this and let him, see, there you go. See? Let him know. I like that, him checking in with me like that. Good, here. Good. Just, I don't want him to think every time I move or something, it means he should take off. Like I bang something or bump something. You want to get him thinking it, I don't want him thinking what I want him to do is to run off. Like Eric said, we try to keep him as calm as possible, and like end everything in calm. And if you build that in enough, that'll be their go-to. See, so I'm just gonna bang stuff. See, I didn't expect him to do anything. He didn't. Good boy. I'm gonna go to this side over here. A lot of times different sides, your horse will have different reactions to it, I was just reading yesterday, and I had read somewhere before, I'm going to talk about manes here. See how his mane is all on one side. My mare, Blondie, if you go to her playlist, her playlist is Ed's Platinum Blonde. And if you look in some of her playlists, her mane is flipped over one way and then the other way. And I read somewhere that is due to some sort of like brace or tension somewhere. I can't remember if it was like the suspensory ligaments or something like that. Anyhow, they say when you get them in balance and when they start to get coordinated and they loosen up and do whatever that is. Come on, back up. Whenever that is, that they, come on. Good. I like that. Good boy. What I was going to say is like when they get in balance, they said it'll correct itself. And hers, I was always flipping it. And now it's not like that's all on one side. And I didn't know if anybody who's watching the videos knows about that and can maybe point me to an article or something. I did read that some people poo-poo it, but some people believe that the side that it's on, like the mane is on, like that's on his right side, that means he'll bend easier to the left. That's what I read the other day. So I'm just wondering if there's, sometimes knowledge like this is lost, and sometimes it was always an old wives' tale. But I was just wondering if anybody knows about that. If you could put it in the comments below, I appreciate it. Anyhow, getting back to him, he is out of my mare Macchiato and by my stallion, the Diamond Trip. And I'm really liking this guy. I'm liking the way he looks. I think he'll be a flashy horse. So I'm going to try to put him in the group of horses that I'm trying to train to a higher level. See, now he saw me getting the rope gathered, and he taking off. So what I want to do here is, I don't want to throw it right now. I want him to think there's some other answer as opposed to just running away. Because sometimes we'll inadvertently train our horse to do something that we don't really intend. And that tractor going by, the noise and the thing got him moving a little bit. Good boy. See, I like that. Good boy. So I'm gonna, whoop. See what I'm saying? He's kind of reactive. Good boy. Keep going. That's what I was talking about. This is why I'm doing this. Got to get him. Breathe him down. That's good. Good boy. Good boy. I'm going to put this over here. How you doing? Huh? I'll go up and check him. How you doing, buddy? Huh? There. I like to let him reach out and touch me first, or I'll just touch him like that in the forehead. A lot of times people do too much. They do too much physical touch with a horse. A lot of times they don't, different horses like it and different horses don't. Like my stud, way back when, who I call Wayne, he's a friendly horse, but he doesn't care for a lot of touching on his face, and I mean just a little bit. He likes just a little bit, and then he'll take his face away. A lot of times when I watch people interact with their horses, they're pretty rude with them. They're rude. They just get all over them, and they're not reading what the horse is saying, how it's saying, hey, I really would like to be left alone. We all want our horses to love us, and well, maybe not all of us, but many of us do. And so I get it, why we want to do that. But what I started doing is just standing by them and let them come into me first. And then I will touch them. I'm getting some good results with that. So part of this, the roping thing too, I think, is that it takes a little bit of time to gather it back up like I'm doing, you see? And that gives the horse a little bit of a break and time to think and time to sort things out and go, oh, that wasn't a big deal. I think that's part of what's good about doing this kind of roping. See, he's getting a lot better. What I'm going to do is, so this video is not too long. I've done some of this before. I roped his front feet and his back feet, and I actually led him by all his feet, so he would lead by those. That's not really a one and done thing. It's something that you kind of want to mess with a little bit and keep getting him good at it. You saw how he jumped back pretty fast like that. You can kind of tell you that's some of the stuff I'm trying to dull on him just a little bit, get him a little bit less reactive about that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn the camera off here, and I'm going to turn it back on, and I'm going to tie him up and do the kind of roping that Pat was showing in one of his videos. All right, here we are. This is how I'm going to tie him here. Just so you know, this is not hard tied here, okay? This will slide like that, see? My one hand can slide it. So that's important, okay? You want this to be able to move. If you also see, I've got just tons of rope here. I think this is 18 feet. Okay, so he can pull quite a bit. You don't want to hard tie him. When you hard tie him, if they get the end of that rope and that panel or whatever you tie him to breaks loose, you're going to have a wreck. Okay, so we don't do that. So what I'm going to do is just put this over his head here. Hey, buddy, there you go. And it doesn't have to be tight or anything. So what I'm doing, like what Pat was saying with this exercise, is the importance is to change eyes on him and be behind him. So he can see me here on this eye, and then I'll just jiggle this and stuff and wiggle it around. So he's seeing that, Now I'm going to flip it. I'm going to get a little bit extra rope there. And let me get that gathered. And I'm going to flip it over his butt here. There we go. And what he said is just to put a little pressure on him. See how he moved away from that a little bit? Part of that was the tractor coming by, but I'm just going to keep working with it. I'm trying to start off with very little pressure. So there you go. See, I'm just touching him. And now I'm in his right eye. There, he sees me. Okay, so that's the important part. So then I'm going to flip it over like this. Just move him a little bit. There you go. Come on, you can do it. There you go. I'm just going to rub it on his side. There you go. Good. Good. Now you can see me in that eye. Okay. So then I'm going to take it over and move him back here. There you go. Good boy. Good boy. And he's better. We did this yesterday. I didn't think about recording. I should have recorded it, but that's why I'm doing it today. So anyhow, we found that he's better the further away I am. So some of it has to do with a person being close to his blind spots or something like that. So that's why. So I'll keep moving my way up with him. There we go. See, that's good. I'm just gonna jiggle it here. You want to get them to where, like I said, this is a controlled exposure, controlled stress, whatever you want to say. And I'm just going to jiggle it here. Now I'm going to, good boy, I'm gonna flip it over the other side. There we go. I'm going to wiggle that around there a little bit. There you go. Get him to step over. I like that it's back by his hocks there. There we go. Try not to really increase the pressure. I'm going to go up his side a little bit, like go against his hairs maybe. See, he's thinking about the tractor. It's if you can't see it, the tractor's that way. There you go. So that's why you want to keep his eye on it. There you go. Good boy. See how his jaw's freed up now. He's kind of chewing a little bit, swallowing. That's like when they get nervous, they'll lock their jaw, just like you or I. Like if we get mad or something or nervous, we'll sometimes clench our teeth. They do the same thing. There you go. Good. See, so this is one of the things about roping them. I'm just going to get him used to that. There you go. Good boy. And see how he's swishing his tail there a little bit. So it just shows that he's a little sensitive to stuff like there. These are sensitive areas for him, are vulnerable areas. So I'm just gonna get him to move a little bit off of that. I see again, I think the hesitation is the tractor that's looking that way, where he's looking. So he's just wondering about that. So he's more concerned about the tractor than me. So I increased it a little bit and got him to move. Good boy. Good boy. Now if he moves back when this tractor goes by, I'm going to stop him. So that's why I haven't switched him yet here. I want to get him to listen to me. So I'm seeing if he's going to do that when that tractor goes by. Nothing. Nothing. It's good. Good boy. He did it. Good boy. Proud of you. So here, I'll flip this over his butt again. There you go. See, so this kind of stuff's great. You don't want the first time they see a rope to be when you're on their back. There you go. I'm going to get him to move over a little bit. Come on. So he's flicking his tail a little bit. There you go. Come on. Come on. You can do it. You can do it. There you go. There you go. You can do it. He's hesitant on this side. Come on. They're always going to be better on one side than the other when you're starting something. So he's getting some rope pressure on his neck that he's got to kind of like ignore and realize that that doesn't necessarily mean anything, you know. This is the kind of thing we do. It's kind of like watching paint dry, you know. There you go. Nope. Get over there. Nope. It's going into pressure there. There you go. Now scoot it up get underneath his tail there. That's a sensitive area. There you go. Come on, you can do it. There you go. I like that that's underneath his tail. See how he's tucking his tail though? There you go. Good boy. There we go. Good. So I'm gonna try to get a little closer, but still be at a good distance where I can get away. There we go. Yep, now I'm getting closer. I'm only about 8 feet from right now. There you go. Come on, you can do it. Now, he's leaning into it there. I didn't increase it, he just leaned into it. There you go. Come on, you can move off of that. See, he probably wants to keep me in that left eye. See, no. They really have preferences where they want their person or whoever's there, and they'll have certain eyes and stuff they want it. He's really leaning into it. I don't want to increase it anymore, I just want to wait. There you go, good boy. Now I'm just going to bump it. There you go. See, it's the fact that I'm closer. He feels like he needs to keep me in that eye. When you get me in that right eye, he's gonna feel vulnerable. So I'm just a little close here. Gotta get it. There you go. Step over. Good. No, step over. Step over. Step over. Come on. There you go. Good. Now I'm going to show you if I back up. I think he'll do it easier just to show you. And here's the side he's better at. I think it's because he wants to keep me in the left eye there. See, that was easy. So this is one of the things, like if you watch our videos and you see Eric you'll see him get on one, at liberty he'll be on one side of the horse and then the other, and try to get them to be relaxed on either side. So you can kind of tell that he doesn't want me out of his left eye. Come on, if I back up a little bit, I bet you he'll go nice and easy. Just to show you. So it has something to do with the proximity. There you go. Good. See? So it has something to do with proximity. Like he just doesn't trust when people are behind him. There you go. There you go. There you go. Good boy. Now see, I moved probably twice the distance, and then he did it. When I was closer, he wouldn't. So I went back to something he knows, because I just got too close too quick. You don't want him to fail. You want him to succeed with it. There you go. Good. Good boy. So I'm going to try to get a little closer. Put over. There you go. There you go. Now I'm about 10 feet, I think. So all this flipping it around him and everything gets him used to it. There you go. See if I can get him to move this way. Come on. There you go. Like we always say that you can only be as light as the lightness you start with. So if you come in with 100 pounds of pressure, that's as light as you're ever going to be. So if you see, I'm just kind of rubbing it on his back leg there. And now I'm just going to bump a little bit. He's ignoring me. And now he's kind of leaning into the pressure. There we go. Good boy. Good boy. See, he's still, if you look, he's still trying to keep me in his left eye. There we go. He does not want to put me in his right eye, so he's going to go and lean against it even. No. No. There we go. See, so that's what's going on here. So what I'll do is I'll do some liberty work with him too and try to stand in that right eye more. There you go. Come on. He's really bracing against me there. Come on, you can do it. He's got to get in the right eye. Got to get. See, he doesn't want me in the right. See, he keeps trying to put me in that left eye. You can do it. You can do it. You can do it. See, he really wants me in that left eye. There you go. Still hasn't got me in the right eye yet. He's really leaning against that. That's why I'm pulling on it. He's like bracing against it, really leaning. Now you got to put your head that way. Darn it. This has to do with the, I'm sure it has to do with the proximity. There you go. There you go. See how he still watches his left eye, still wants me in that left eye. Nope. Nope. Come on, you can do it. You can do it. There we go. Good. Good. Now I'm just going to toss this. I'm going to try to fix his rope here. Hey, buddy. How you doing, huh? Get you all straightened out here. Here. Get you straightened out. How's that? Isn't that better? Put this down like that. How's that? There you go. Good boy. Okay. Like I said, it's kind of like watching paint dry, but I'm in the right eye. Good. Good boy. Here you go. So this is the process, and I'm just going to keep doing this until he's really good with it, both sides. Come on, you can do it. You can do it. See, I'm just rubbing it on his leg there. There you go. There you go. Come on, you got it. Good. Good boy. All right, well, I'm just going to keep doing this. This is Ed's Cup of Joe. I'm Ed. Should people subscribe? They should. Hey, smash that like button and subscribe. Hit that notification bell. Thanks for watching.